Hey guys, Retro Badger here. I hope you're all well. Today, we're going to take a deep dive look at the Phase 2 Enterprise. Star Trek Phase 2 was the initial working title for a sequel to the original series. The idea was to launch it on a new TV network. The series would feature all of the original cast, minus Leonard Nimoy. Matt Jeffries was tasked with redesigning the Enterprise. His new, incomplete version certainly had a more modern appearance. Most notably, the warp nacelles were radically redesigned. There were also designs for the bridge and other areas of the ship. They even went as far as to cast crew members for the show. Sadly, it wasn't picked up. The R&D wasn't wasted, however, and what we got in the motion picture was based heavily on this work. In terms of its look, this design is clearly a halfway house between the original series and motion picture. So as you'll see when we test her out, the weapons are different to the motion picture variant. Today, we're going to test its combat performance. We're going to face a never-before-seen motion picture era Romulan bird of prey. We'll then face two original series Klingon birds of prey. And finally, we're going to put the Enterprise A against two Phase 2s. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. So to begin with, we're going to face the motion picture era Romulan bird of prey. Now, look at our weapons on here. So, phasers, as you will see, have a motion picture era sound and look, apart from the color. Oh, that's not good. Let's try and evade it. Oh, it hit us right in the front. So the weapons are kind of halfway, aren't they? And photons, now they certainly look motion picture era like. Now this motion picture era bird of prey has not actually been released yet. So a big thank you to MSR for allowing me to try that out. So in terms of combat performance, it should be very similar to the Enterprise Refit. Ooh, crap. Oh, no. Pull up! Oh. Oh! Well, shields absorbed it, but unfortunately the shields are no more. We've lost ventral shields. So I am having a bit of a hard time here against the Romulan ship. Let's aim for their plasma weapon. If we can take that offline, it will really help, of course. Right, we've disabled their sensors and we've destroyed their torpedo tube. They still have plasma cannons, but without sensors, we should be alright. Ooh. And there we go. That's a victory for the Phase 2 Enterprise. Next, we're going to face two original series Klingon birds of prey. Now, of course, these are not canon, but they were created by Zambi Zan, and he's really been putting out some amazing ships lately. Let's see if we can take on two. I'm tempted to multi-target, actually. Why not? Now, I have mixed feelings about Phase 2. Would I have loved to have seen an additional TV series with the original series crew? Of course. I mean, it would have been great, but at the same time, if it hadn't been successful, would it have done more harm than good? If it had failed, we may not have seen any of the movies that we saw in the 80s and 90s. Oh! And if it had done terribly, we might not have even had the next generation. Think about that. That would have affected everything. Cause and effect. These pesky Klingons are proving pesky. I'm glad we're not in the original series Constitution class, because we would have been defeated already. I'm looking forward to the next matchup, though. That's going to be a challenge for the Enterprise A. it comes down to what we saw in the motion picture era, where the Klingon ships have more powerful weapons, but weaker shields, and Federation ships have stronger shields, but weaker weapons. Kind of balancing each other out here. Though I feel we have a slight edge. We just can't do enough damage. Oh, hang on. Phasers are repaired. Photons. Those photons are not that powerful. Oh, hang on. That Klingon ship may disagree. Fire. So we are multi-targeting still. I'm going to leave it as it is because we're doing okay here. Ooh, we collapsed their shield. And, oh, hang on. Yes, one photon finished them off. Look at that. That's great. Now, you're next. Oh, the deflector. Oh, that looks terrible. That's a shame. I fear that's going to be a few months in space dock at least. And there we go. That is a victory for the Phase 2 Enterprise, but that was a long, hard battle. And finally, we're going to put the Enterprise A against two Phase 2 Enterprises. So if the Phase 2 Enterprise had been canon, we would have seen other ones. Other Constitution refits looking like that. Can the Enterprise A defeat two? Incoming photons. Gotta watch that. Ooh. Their top shield's at 29%. Excellent. And we can compare the phasers here. So they're firing blue phasers, we're firing red phasers, but they sound the same. Ooh, yeah, we've collapsed their top shield. It's tempting to multi-target, but at the same time, I just want to concentrate all firepower on one ship for now. They are still a threat to the Enterprise A. Warp core. The Enterprise A has a lot of phaser banks. Oh boy! That's pretty catastrophic, I think. They're not going to be warping out anytime soon. Oh man. Their aft shield has collapsed. And they surrender. I wonder if the explosion will hurt the other Phase 2 Enterprise. Oh, actually, I just realized we're right next to the thing. Ah, okay. It's cool. Incoming photon, fire. Got a nice shot on their engineering. Oh, yeah. We hit the warp core. They are still a threat here. We got to be careful. And we disabled the warp core. Wow. I'm still impressed with the shields on the Phase 2, though. It's almost like there wasn't that big a leap in shield tech. More of the leap happened in weapons tech. But on the Enterprise Refit, the weaponry was of the same generation as the one that we saw on the Excelsior. So that was a big leap. And it's cool how they kind of retrofitted that to an older design. The refit was a really good idea, in my opinion. I love it. How they just did that. Rather than just bringing out a completely new ship, they thought, well, let's make the older design better. I might finish them. Yep, there we go. The Enterprise A has defeated two Phase 2 Constitution classes. Well, that was the Phase 2 Enterprise. I've listed below all of the models used today. This particular ship was created by Wile E. Coyote. What do you think of the design of the Phase 2? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Bye for now.